Most golfers at a low handicap are still leaving strokes on the table, not because of their swing, but because their irons aren't built for the way they play. The better you get, the more your equipment has to answer for. A high handicap iron forgives bad contact. A player's iron rewards good contact. And there's a massive difference between those two things when you're trying to break par. If you're a single-digit handicapper, or getting close, you need an iron that talks back to you. One that tells you exactly where you hit it, gives you real shot-shaping capability, and holds up under pressure when you need a specific ball flight and a specific number. The 5 irons on this list do exactly that. Welcome back to Golf Gear Now, where we do the research so you can make a smarter decision at the shop. We've got 5 sets here: TaylorMade, Ping, Srixon, Mizuno, and Callaway. Each one a legitimate option for serious players. These are not ranked, so stay through all 5. And every product link with the best pricing we found is sitting in the description right now. The TaylorMade P7CB is probably the iron on this list that the widest range of low handicappers can step into and immediately feel at home with. It's a compact cavity back, which means you get that clean, blade-like look at a dress without being beaten up every time contact isn't perfect. For a golfer who's skilled but maybe not a scratch player yet, that's a meaningful difference. TaylorMade forges this iron from 1,025 soft carbon steel using what they call compact grain forging. 2,000 tons of pressure that compresses the grain structure of the steel to produce a feel that's remarkably pure and direct. They also ran the mass placement through modal analysis using feedback from tour players, which shaped exactly how the weight is distributed to maximize the sensation at impact. Co-forged tungsten lives in the toe to balance out the perimeter weighting without adding any visual bulk. The face and grooves are precision milled. The CG stays constant across the set for repeatable ball flight, and the sole camber with progressive bounce works cleanly through turf without digging. The top line is thin, the offset is minimal, and the overall shape is exactly what a serious player expects to see when they look down. One thing to consider, this iron will expose misses. If you're still working on consistency, the P7CB has enough forgiveness to keep you in play, but it won't cover up a poor strike the way a game improvement iron would. That's not a knock. That's the whole point of a set like this. For the low handicapper who wants premium forged feel, real workability, and a set they can grow with, the P7CB is a genuinely strong place to start. Links in the description. If the P7CB represents a smart entry point into the player's iron category, the Ping Blueprint S represents a different school of thought entirely, one built around engineering precision first and everything else second. Ping developed this iron in direct collaboration with their top tour players, and the brief was simple: control and precision above all else. The head is a single-piece forging from 8620 carbon steel, a clean cavity design with a textured finish, and Ping's HydroPearl 2.0 chrome coating. At address, it's exactly what a better player wants: thin top line, minimal offset, compact shape. Looks like it means business because it does. Where Ping separates this iron from a traditional blade is in the long irons. Their patented precision pocket forging technique forges a pocket directly into the cavity of the 3, 4, and 5 irons, freeing up 10 grams of weight. That weight gets repositioned to increase MOY and optimize the CG for better distance and trajectory control. Two things where a pure blade can quietly cost you shots. An elastomer insert in the pocket keeps the feel solid and connected, exactly what you'd expect from a forged iron. From the 6 iron through the pitching wedge, the set transitions to a more traditional workable shape where precision players want maximum control. Ping even added tungsten toe screws and shaft tip weights for swing weight fine-tuning, a detail that matters a lot if you're working with a good fitter. The Blueprint S is at the top end of this price range, and it demands a consistent ball striker to fully appreciate what it offers. But for the golfer who fits that description, this iron delivers at every level. Now, both of those irons are excellent, but if you want to get to that same tier of players' iron performance without spending as much, Srixon has built a genuine argument with the ZXi7. This is the iron that tends to surprise people who haven't spent time with Srixon gear before. Srixon engineered the ZXi7 around what they're calling iForged technology. The key move here is a proprietary condensed forging process that reinforces the hosel area structurally, which then frees them up to use softer S15C steel for the iron body itself. It's an elegant solution, Add strength where you need it. Use the softer material where feel matters most. The profile is a muscle-back cavity. Thin top line, narrow sole, short blade, minimal offset. It reads like a blade at a dress, but has a forged ridge behind the sweet spot, what Srixon calls PureFrame, that's been enlarged on this model for better stability and feel through impact. The groove design runs progressive across the set. Wider grooves in the long irons for distance, deeper and more closely spaced grooves in the short irons for spin. Every groove on every loft gets laser milled between them for added bite. The Tour V.T sole combines sole widths, bounce angles, and relief notches to move cleanly through turf, rough, and sand without losing speed. At the price point the ZXi7 sits at, there's very little on the market offering this level of construction and feel. If you've been sleeping on Srixon because the name doesn't carry the same volume as some competitors, this is the set that tends to change that. Well worth a look. Link is in the description. We've still got 2 more irons to cover, including our best overall pick. So stick with us. If Golf Gear Now is helping you make smarter buying decisions, a subscribe means you won't miss the next one. All 5 product links with current pricing are in the description below. Picking up where Srixon's value proposition leaves off, if there's one brand that serious iron players tend to develop a lifelong relationship with, it's Mizuno. The Pro S3 is the clearest expression of why that is. These irons are forged from 1025E Pure Select mild carbon steel through Mizuno's GrainFlow Forged HD process, which happens exclusively at their Hiroshima facility. The result is an iron with a feel that's genuinely difficult to replicate. Soft but with real substance behind it, never mushy, never jarring. Mizuno takes it a step further by adding a copper underlay beneath the finish that shapes the vibration patterns at impact, giving you a cleaner, more connected sensation through the ball on every strike. The shaping has been tuned by Mizuno's master craftsmen with the demands of precision players front of mind. Thin top line, compact head, thin sole, minimal offset. The profile is clean and traditional, but there's a modern precision to the lines that separates it from older players' irons. At address, it just looks right. Mizuno's triple-cut sole adds a beveled leading edge for clean turf entry, a hard-cut trailing edge for a controlled exit, an optimized sole geometry that plays well across firm and soft conditions alike. This is a set that punishes lazy swings. There's no softening that reality. But that's a feature, not a flaw. Every miss is a data point, and every flushed shot feels like an event. For the golfer who's done the work and wants an iron that respects that, the Pro S3 is our best overall pick on this list. It's the one we'd put in a low handicapper's hands without hesitation. And rounding out the list, if the Mizuno Pro S3 is the purist's choice, the Callaway Apex CB24 is for the low handicapper who wants that same level of precision, but with a more modern engineering philosophy underneath it. Callaway forges these in a 5-step process from 1025 carbon steel, with the body and face formed as a single piece. That one-piece construction matters. It's a structural choice that creates a more direct energy transfer at impact, and you feel the difference. MIM weights are then placed strategically in the toe to fine-tune the balance, giving you a design that promotes both workability and stability in the same package. The progressive CG design is one of the more thoughtful features across the set. In the long irons, CG sits lower to launch the ball higher and land it softer on approach. In the short irons, CG shifts higher to produce a lower, more penetrating trajectory with more spin for holding greens. The difference between a high-flying 6-iron that checks up and a boring 9-iron that drills the pin. That's the kind of control this is built around. The dynamic sole features a pre-worn leading edge that cuts through turf more efficiently, with trailing edge relief to keep the club moving cleanly through impact. The Apex CB24 also comes with a thinner top line and longer blade lengths than its predecessor, and it's designed to blend seamlessly with other Callaway Pro Series models. So if you want to run a combo set, the fitability is already built in. For the player who wants proven players' iron performance with the kind of modern, intentional engineering Callaway does well, the Apex CB24 belongs in that conversation. Description link has everything you need. 5 irons, 5 real options. The P7CB if you want forged feel with a little extra safety net. The Blueprint S if precision engineering is what drives your decision. The ZXi7 if you want top-tier performance at a smarter price. The Pro S3 if you want the iron that serious players keep coming back to for a reason. And the Apex CB24 if you want modern construction built around the demands of a low handicap game. All 5 links are in the description with the best pricing we found. If this breakdown helped, A like goes a long way. And subscribe to Golf Gear now so you're there for the next one. We'll see you on the next video.